What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, you should definitely subscribe. I upload twice a week about college, lifestyle, and Liberty and Disney College program. So you should definitely subscribe if you're not already. This whole week I am at Myrtle Beach, so that's why if it gets a little foggy and humid, it's because I'm in probably the most humid state. That's actually not true. Texas is probably worse, but it's like really gross outside and the camera keeps getting foggy. Okay, so we changed locations because the lighting was weird and I can't do the Florida heat. Ugh, am I still at Disney? I don't know. I can't do the South Carolina heat. Ugh, I'm not ever living somewhere hot. This is disgusting. Sorry if you live in South Carolina. No tea, no shade. I just like don't really like the heat. First of all, I got a new camera. I got the G7X Mark II and I'm so excited to have an actual camera. I haven't had one for a hot minute. I've been vlogging on my phone for like probably 6 or 7 months. So right now we're gonna film a really exciting video, expectations versus reality about college and kind of like what you expect to be fearful and excited about and what you're actually fearful and excited about. Or wait, what actually ends up happening. I got this idea because I was going through my old videos trying to figure out what I wanted to film for my back to school season for you guys, and I was going through my old videos and I found a video that like I totally forgot that I made, and it's called My Fears and Excitements About College. And I just think it's gonna be, I don't know, I feel like this is gonna be funny to watch, but I'm gonna see what my fears and excitements were and kind of like talk about those. But then also I asked you guys on Instagram if you want to go follow me. It's xoxo Ali Michelle. If you want to be included in the next video then you can, but I just asked on Instagram what you guys are afraid of going to college and what you're like excited about going into college. I just thought it'd be a fun video where we can all look back on this video and we can laugh and be like, oh haha, I was scared about that, but it actually wasn't a big deal. So let's get into it. Oh, let me find this. This is like going way back. I feel like I'm aging myself by making this video because I have to go so far back to get to this video. Oh my gosh, it's literally so far. I can't even find it. Okay, it's my first video in my college playlist.
I actually got this sweatshirt from my grandma because
let's skip all this.
Perfect friends, and so I really want that, and so I'm kind of scared that I won't find that because I am sometimes very antisocial and I'm kind of like crazy and out there. Like I have a lot of really good friends, but I've never had like one best friend for a very long amount of time just because a lot of people let me down a lot of times, so I try not to depend on people. And so I do tend to be antisocial sometimes and I kind of like stay to myself a lot, and so I'm really afraid that I'm going to do that in college and I don't want to be like that completely in college, so hopefully I'll find my right friend group. Number 2 is...
Okay, so I think my first fear was that I wasn't going to find the right friend group to be a part of, and that I wasn't going to find, like basically what I said in this video is like I've never had a best friend for a long amount of time because I just like don't trust people a lot of the time. Okay, this is so funny to watch now because I was afraid of that, but then I have the best friends I've ever had in my life now, and I've been best friends with McAlister for like over 2 years now. So it's just like funny watching this back because like I was so scared of that, and now it's like there was nothing to be scared of because I ended up like with way more than I could have expected. Okay, next.
I'll get lost because Liberty...
Okay, I saw this a lot. I'll go and look at the other things that you guys said after I get done reacting to this video. But one thing that I saw a lot was I'm gonna get lost, and I put it in here. If you guys are going to Liberty, let me just say that you think you're gonna get lost because it seems big, but ask literally anybody there. Liberty is the type of place that seems huge, but it's actually so small. Like once you're there for a little while, you're like, this is too small almost. Like it's so weird all together. So you might get lost the first like day or two, but also no one really cares because if you're going to Liberty, whole first week is called freshman welcome week. So the whole week you can literally just explore. So you don't really have to be worried about getting lost because you can just find your way around in that way.
I'm really scared that school will be as easy as I think it will be.
Yes, okay, this is one that I did think and that actually came to fruition. College is so much harder than high school. My high school was really hard and it was like a college prep boarding. High school like over prepares you, and then whenever you get to college the first little bit, at least in my case, teachers aren't like on top of you like reminding you that you need to keep doing stuff. So I feel like in that way it's so hard to explain because it's like it's almost easier than high school, but there's more to do. Like I feel like in college I'm always doing homework, and if you're hang out with friends, if I'm ever hanging out with friends, majority of the time it's to do homework, like go on study dates, go to the library, go to like a coffee shop. Most of the time whenever I'm hanging out with friends, it's to study. So
I'm a person that until I can't do something, I'll believe 100% that I can do it. Like,
that's actually so true. I'm still like that. A lot of things have changed about me since I was a senior, but like one of the things is that has not changed and probably will never change is like until I physically can't do something, you can't tell me I can't do something. With the Disney college program, everybody would like kind of make fun of me for saying that I wanted to do it. And so I was like, all right, bet, I'm gonna do it. And then I did it, and then now it's done. I want to move to New York after high school, even if it's for a little bit. So like everybody tells me that it's not logical to do that and like move to Manhattan right after college, but like in my head I'm like, you don't know anything. But I probably should listen to people more.
I'm scared about. And the last one is I'm so scared that I'm gonna be homesick because I am also a person, like I said before.
Yeah, that's true. I was really scared about getting homesick, and I remember right before I got to college, because right now it's, I think it's whenever you guys are watching this, it's less than a month till move in, at least for Liberty. And I'm moving in on, I think either the 15th, either late 14th or early 15th. I'm not sure which one. I think I'll be there on the night of the 14th. That was something that I was really scared about because I was so scared that I was gonna get homesick. And before I left for college, I would always think kind of worst case scenario stuff. Like I'd be like, oh, what if this happens to my brother? What if this happens to my parents whenever I leave? Because I'd never really been away from home for a long time. So I'm like I was like dreading if something were to happen at home whenever I was gone. But what happened, and I was also scared that I would miss everything from home, but what ends up happening is that you get so accustomed and kind of like immersed into the culture of your college campus that you don't really even think about it. I'm gonna be honest, I talk to my mom probably twice a day at least, like even if they're really short, like, oh hey mom, either it's for 5 minutes, an hour, whatever the case may be. I usually talk to my mom like twice a day. And that's honestly enough. Like my mom catches me up on everything going on at home, and you don't feel like you're missing anything. So like there's been times whenever I've talked to my mom like 10 minutes before she comes and picks me up to go back for fall break, and then we're like, oh, what do we even talk about? Because I'm up to date on everything anyway. So it's really not that like scary. It's different for everybody, but at least that was my experience.
Completely up to me on what happened. It was just like everybody pitched in to decide what we were gonna do that day. But in college, it's like a perfect fit for me. Like it's perfect now that it's happening.
I think number one for excitement was independence, which, oh my gosh, is the best part about college. Literally my favorite thing. That's like probably the thing about college that I'm the most obsessed with and like I crave to go back to. Because when you're at home, it's like even if your parents are not strict, you still have certain things that you have to kind of do. You're expected because you live with them that you have to do certain things. The best thing about college is that like you don't have anybody telling you what to do. Besides, okay, at Liberty there are rules and people like to focus on those, but literally they're not that big of a deal at all. And like overall, you really don't have people telling you what to do, where to go, when to be where, like whatever. Obviously they like make sure that you're safe, but that's the majority of the reason why the rules are in place. Just so independent. Like you're not gonna have people telling you to do your homework. You don't have people telling you what to eat, when to eat. Like it can be scary, but it's also like the best part about college in my opinion is like you're so independent and you do whatever you want. If you want to go out with your friends until like midnight, you can. It doesn't really matter. It's like you just go do whatever you want to do. And it's scary and it's a little bit difficult at first, but it's the best thing ever. 2 was meeting new friends. That was really fun. Obviously, that's always gonna be fun. And 3 was decorating a new room. I have not been as good about doing that as I wish I was. I did that a little bit more first semester sophomore year because me and Haley actually decorated our room, but I'm gonna do better about this year with my roommate this year. And that's pretty much all of my excitement stuff, I think. So now I'm gonna move on to what you guys said and your responses to that. And I loved your responses. I'm so excited to look at these. One of them is, my fear is that I won't like my roommate or dorm room. Obviously, this is like a very valid fear. Sometimes people have roommate conflicts, but the good thing about college, especially if I'm just gonna assume most of you guys are going to Liberty because that's the majority of people that follow me, so I'm just gonna like make these Liberty related. As far as roommates at Liberty, if you end up having roommate conflict, you can literally move dorms. Like I didn't have roommate conflict, but I switched dorms second semester of my freshman year because I didn't like the dorm that I was in. So like you can switch whenever and it's not that big of a deal and people do it all the time. So if you have roommate conflict, yeah, it sucks, but like you get over it and you can move room. I'm scared of being lonely and so far away from home. That's also another valid thing, but again, FaceTime exists. And also once I would say at least for the first week, like welcome week or the second week, get so immersed in the culture at college, because that's one of the main ways that you'll avoid being homesick. Excitement, decorating my dorm room. Girl, the interior designer in me is ready. It's so fun. Like moving my stuff into my dorm room every year gives me so much life. And I know that sounds weird because like a lot of work and you move all your stuff in, but it's so exciting. And like packing my car for me is like so exciting. It's so weird, but I just get a lot of enjoyment out of like whenever I'm driving away, I'm like, wow, my entire life is in my car right now. I feel like that's just freeing for me, because I'm like, if I wanted to up and move somewhere, all my stuff can fit in my car. I don't know, it's like weird, but someone said failing out of college. That's a valid fear, but you got this, girl. I'm excited to get a fresh start, but I'm worried about finding my voice in a large crowd. This is actually really valid. Whenever I first got to Liberty, it was really hard because there's a lot of the same types of people. What their passion is, they're super into it. And so a lot of people get their voices heard, and it was hard for me at first. But I think the important thing is just finding what you're good at and what you love to do, and then going 100% in on that. For me, YouTube is where I found my voice on campus, and me and Michaela both, I know it's like it's like our like thing now. So in Austin too, and I think that that's so fun because everyone is gonna have something that they love and that they're passionate about, and that other people recognize that they're passionate about. So I think it's cool, and you will definitely find your voice. It's just about finding your thing, and that's what everybody does in college, really. So sticking excited to go to football games and have Psych 101 with you. Okay, this is a really cool story, guys. This story is whack. Okay, so this girl I met because she works at the Starbucks, and I'll insert her Instagram here. Go follow her. But it's so crazy because she works in the Starbucks where it's my Starbucks that I go to all the time, and it's right near where I work. So I live in Asheville, and it's right near where I work. So literally I go there all the time, and I was driving through the drive-thru and I was wearing a Liberty sweatshirt, and she was like, oh my gosh, you go to Liberty? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I'm going to Liberty. And I was like, cool. But then I had to, like, she had to get to work, I had to go to work, like whatever. So we were just like, oh, see you there, whatever. So then I did the takeover on the Liberty 2023 page, and she followed me after that, and then was like, oh my gosh, I ran into you in Starbucks, like that's so cool. So now we're going to get coffee and we're in Psych 101 together. It's like so cool because I'm like, what are the odds? Obviously this is a God thing, because what are the odds that I see her in Starbucks, she follows the Liberty 22 page, then follows me, and then we're in Psych 101 together? What? So that was cool. So I like this one a lot. This is gonna be the last one that I talk about. So it says, not fitting in with the other Liberty girls. I feel like there's a type almost, or a mold. So I actually get this a lot whenever I talk to people that are coming to Liberty. They're kind of scared that there's a certain type of girl at Liberty and they're not gonna fit that mold at Liberty. And let me just say, I am not the typical Liberty girl. I definitely know exactly what you're talking about when you talk about the typical Liberty girl, and I'm not that at all. As far as like my testimony, my mission in life, my dress, like my personality, like I am definitely not the Liberty girl at all. As much as that's a thing, it's also kind of not, because I have one of my friends in my friend group is like everything you would think about when you think of like the Liberty girl. And she, you know, found her real true friend group with my friend group that isn't like the typical mold. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's like, I know what you're talking about, but it doesn't exist as much as people think it does, I think. And even whenever it does exist, like everybody kind of runs with their type of people, if that makes sense. So they gravitate towards the people that are most similar to them. So yes, there may be a lot of girls like that, and yes, they may gravitate towards each other because they're all like that, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Or like, yes, it may be kind of like cliquey, but everyone does that to an extent, and that's why people group up with the people that they're similar to. So I've just come to realize that like, I'm not the typical Liberty girl, but that doesn't mean that I don't fit in at Liberty, because I've definitely found my place and I found my voice, I found my different groups of friends. So it definitely doesn't determine your success at Liberty, because yes, there are a lot of girls like that, but at the same time, there's a lot of girls that aren't like that. So it just depends, and I have full faith. If you just pray about it and be like, listen, God, I'm a little scared that I'm not gonna find my friend group. Can you please just help me, guide me to the right friends? Say no to things that you don't want me to do, say yes to things that you do want me to do. And that's really helped me, because I found Michaela on literally the second day. And if you guys don't know I think we're gonna make a video about it, but we literally were talking all throughout the summer, and then met the second day of school, and then we're best friends ever since. So it definitely works out like that sometimes, but don't be sad if it doesn't work out like that, because God's gonna place you with the perfect people no matter what. So I hope that this video was helpful. I had fun like reminiscing on how I used to feel about college. So I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you're not already. Give a thumbs up if you want more videos in the truck, because I feel like it's obviously not the typical setup that I usually do, but like I'm kind of into it because it's kind of like chill, like chilling in the truck. Like, oh, that would be good. Like, maybe I should do drive with Louise in here. I don't know. Okay, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you're gonna be a freshman in college. Okay, that's all. Love you guys. Bye.